And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with ESQ-Astro sauce. I am the host, ESQ-Astro, and we're going to get into today's daily collective spread. So, just so you know, here on ESQ-Astro sauce, we are Kemetic based. So, we do an Egyptian tarot spread using the Egyptian tarot, using the gods of Egypt to clarify. And when it comes down to the buildup, it is a pyramid. So we are staying true to that fashion. Again, pyramid means fire in the middle. So we will concentrate on the middle or the heart card of the spread, okay, as well as the top of the pyramid that will balance out with that particular, okay. So just giving a little bit of teaching for those who out there interested in getting into the tarot. These are things you should know when it comes to Kemetic or Egyptian tarot because it's different than the classic European tarot, which again, this predates that. So we always want to go to the source when we're doing things and use things that are actual and factual to the things that we subscribe to. I do have other decks, I do know how to read them and things of that nature, but this is where I resonate. This is the pantheon that I give homage and praise to, as well as Ifa and other factions of spirituality. Where we get to the ancient world where things are not tainted like they are nowadays, where people are confused, dazed, and being used in certain ways that are just leaving them in a craze, you know. And so, but we call in the Most High, my ancestors, and my spirit guides to guide the reading. Please call in whoever you need to guide and show you what you need to see from your side. And with mind, body, and soul, first card coming out is the Lovers in reverse. So some choices on the table. Next card, Death in the upright. The Star in reverse. The Sun in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. The Wheel in reverse. Judgment in reverse. The Fool reverse. The Magician reverse. And at the top of the deck, the Hermit reverse. Okay. So this is almost a repeat from yesterday in certain ways, mostly reversals. One upright card, which is the Death card. Yesterday, that was the card at the top of the spread. And yeah, everything else was in reverse yesterday with the main spread. Heart of the spread, we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Okay. So, what, like I said yesterday, with all that coming out in reverse, I just think there's a big turnaround coming for somebody. And again, you may be right at that point, or it may involve some choices that need to be made for this to actually activate. So, again, that Death card coming out in the second position in the upright, death always means a rebirth. So, whatever choice this is that needs to be made or unmade or remade is going to cause that particular. Okay. But that death is changing that star power around, definitely bringing in um, either something that you don't see coming or shedding light on some things with that sun in reverse. High priestess may be where the council may need to be sought as this will comes in and turns around based upon some type of judgment. This could be dealing with some type of court battle or court case as well, looking at the death card coming in that second position and then having the judgment up here. Whenever we see Anubis, we always know that some form of death or change is, amongst us. And this could be something financial, definitely. But again, we don't want to always connect abundance to finances. You may gain access to resources. I'm not sure. The chariot's not out here, so it may not be a vehicle, but it may could be a change of residence. Um, or even a change of status when it comes to finances, relationships, connections with other people. Okay. Now, with the Fool coming out in reverse here, I'm definitely thinking there's some type of new path or some type of wisdom that's being garnered and put into effect in a way where, again, we're either in a place to where there's some manipulation, we're manipulating, or we have some type of drawback to where we're building up our magic or adding things to our bag. Okay. And then with the Hermit in reverse at the top, I believe this is going to be that launch, that relaunch of the star, which is going to turn around once things get balanced. Bottom of the deck is, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be Temperance, but it is the Temperance in reverse. So yeah, so that's the whole thing. The reading's mostly in reverse. We'll see what the gods say, but yeah, with that Temperance card coming out at the bottom in reverse, this is the flip. And like I say, last week was the turnaround. This coming week is definitely going to be you seeing the effects, of you going through that turnaround, building up the 7 day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would say these are going to be the 7 days of the week. This is today. Choices that need to be reversed and lined, examined. And again, certain things coming to a death, but a rebirth of activating this star in reverse, which again is one who's mastering and honing their skills, one who is content with waiting for a golden opportunity. Patience is what the star in reverse can also represent, especially in the sequence of the star. Then the sun comes out. I was surprised the moon didn't show. Okay, but do have that representation of what the moon card could represent, with the star card being that the star card would represent a faction of Cancer dealing with the water, because again they're taking water from the sea and pouring it to the land to grow the flower. So again, the star is always in a place of understanding the process of what it takes to get that flower to grow. Okay, because again, understanding the flow of the water, when to apply it, uh, and again, when to let the light shine and give it time to grow, which I think what the sun in reverse is coming in saying. Again, it could be some light being shed on some things that may be in the dark. Okay, especially with this death process coming up in the rebirth. Again, we don't want to be again in a place where there may be manipulation, where you're, again in a place where you seek that change in that death and that rebirth, but is it the same thing, or is it really turning around? So we really got to be able to use our best discernment to put our third eye in the mix, and see the spiritual implications of things. Because sometimes the two eyes can fool the third eye, but the third eye is not there to fool the two eyes, which is why we need to rely on that third eye more, because the two eyes are there to fool you. And so, as long as we realize where we don't want to be fooled or can't be fooled, then we'll rely on our third eye more than we rely on our two, which again, that third eye is the unseen eye, the spiritual eye, and the unseen governs the seen. And the gods are saying in reverse, creation in reverse. Okay. So with the creation card coming out in reverse, to clarify the overall reading and everything is in reverse, I would say that either this is a new creation, this is a recreation, this may be even recreation, which can be a part of creation. Um, but we want to say the opposite of creation is destruction, or the opposite of building is destroying. So this may be a breakdown process, again, a true death to truly rebuild. And it looks like almost, like I say, it could be particular relationships, but it almost looks like some type of, stance with hierarchy, having some type of governance over this next move that's coming for you, whether it's in a job, again, a relationship, a particular field of interest when it comes to maybe you stopping a job and going into business for yourself. You know, um, the main thing is that, again, at the heart of the spread, the wheel of fortune is in reverse. So things have not been, in that place of prosperity and just on the up and up. This is telling you it's coming. Just the patience that you've been exercising is actually drawing it closer, and it's just telling you to hold your ground. And again, know that you don't know or see everything coming. So be prepared for the best and the worst, I would say, because you never know when death appears. Again, it could be figurative, but it could also be literal, when it comes to the things going on around us that we have no control over when it comes to other people's lives. Then the bottom of the deck for the gods, another upright. And you wouldn't, like I say, I don't pre-shuffle the cards. You guys saw me shuffle the cards, but this is just a confirmation. It's the Osiris card, which is the death and rebirth card clarifier for the gods deck. And it's the only other upright card with the death card there. So again, we can't make these things up. This could be the death of an error, a death of an old way. But again, it could be literal death when it comes to loved ones, even in the public sphere where we have love for particular people who are popular. So the main thing is to know that a rebirth is happening, and a lot of things are about to turn around based upon this rebirth. But again, we can't have a rebirth until we die. And sometimes we have to kill old things for new things to be born, or again, get rid of old things and create space for new things to come in. And I believe that's what's occurring in this situation. It's just about having some patience, again, and getting to that point to where temperance in reverse is what you can't see, okay? Which may, again, not be a bad thing as far as being in balance. It just may give you a better perspective to actually see where things are imbalanced and how to bring them into balance, knowing that there is a death and rebirth seriously present here. Okay. And again, we in Leo season coming up. Well, we already in Leo season. Yeah, we're already in Leo season. So with the sun coming out in reverse right on the corner, again, that's talking about vitality. That's talking about health. So this could be a time where we really need to be paying attention to our health. Again, fasting is always a good thing to do when it's super hot outside, just because your body needs more H2O, H3O, more liquids, and you can function better because, again, food or cooked foods are just making you heavier. So even eating like a salad, something light, is definitely going to be good when the weather's hot. But to fast during the sun hours and just fill your body with liquids, I would say would definitely be the advice I'm going to give based upon I see that somebody's vitality just may be on the edge. Somebody may be underdoing it, overdoing it, and it's that fine medium that you have to find for yourself. But I just know for myself, based upon me being a fire sign, in the summertime I get extremely hot. So for me to fast or just drink water all day or eat cold fruits, that's what usually works for me. So I don't get any type of internal inflammation or any type of particular just irritation when it comes to my moods or certain other things that I deal with diuretically. So yeah, I think the reading's pretty straightforward, even though it's all reversals pretty much. But the two cards coming out to clarify in the upright are the same cards. It's the death and rebirth card, and it's definitely present. Osiris, a powerful, deity within the Egyptian god pantheon. And again, with the Anubis showing up twice, we definitely got to know some things are definitely in a position of change. Yeah, and I would say that we're in that we're in that walk down the hall of a mentee to have that heart weighed against the feather. So stand your ground and stay aware. That's the main thing. But I would say, yeah, definitely make sure you're taking care of your health, paying attention to that. Um, because that Wheel of Fortune in reverse at the heart of the spread. Again, if we don't have our health, then we can't continue to build our wealth. So we have to make sure where our health is first and foremost, because your health is your wealth. When you come down to what you need to even manifest true abundance financially, you have to be in good health, in good spirits, as well as in good ritual to manifest things. So y'all go ahead and comment on the video. Let me know how the reading resonates. Let me know what's going on with you. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get me out there into the algorithm. I'm gonna have this numerology video coming tomorrow, and then we'll have the daily read. But this serves as Sunday's read, but also that weekly read for the first 7 cards. Those are going to be the 7 days of our week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So that'll give us our 7 days, and then we'll just clarify those as the topper offers for the reading to be solidified with all these reversals. Very interesting because again, I've not been doing the public readings for long, but I rarely get readings where most of the cards are in reverse. And yesterday was a surprise, but to come the second day and it be almost the same thing is again, you can't make this stuff up. And again, we only deal with the energy in the present moment while I'm doing the video. I don't do any edits. I don't do any pre-shuffles. So, but I thank y'all for tuning in. ESQ Astro signing out. Peace.